Hello. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. So Fridays, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy on Fridays, but I do have coffee in hand. Um yes, but I am sleepy this Friday morning. The week was busy, the week was beautiful. The week was building. There was wonderful things that happened this week. Um, and yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining live. It is very quiet here on Friday morning in at the campsite. So I'll give you like a quick little view of what I'm looking at. Yes, happy Friday to you too. So here's all the greenery of there's the water down there. We're at the wet reservoir. So it's very nice, and I'm very much feeling filled with gratitude this morning. I was just doing my morning readings and really feeling gratitude. We're going to talk about lead gen, but yeah, are you feeling some gratitude this Friday as well? I was just reminiscing. I was reminiscing, and I was thinking about the moment that my business launched, and I was sitting in an Airbnb with my sister. It was my birthday weekend. We were going craft show. We were going to craft shows, and I was telling my sister how tired I was of being in the startup, and that I was traveling, and I was just in the same place I was when I was at the bank, and I was so tired. Um, and she looked at me, and my sister said, why don't you take everything, why don't you take all that knowledge that you have around building businesses, and why don't you go give it to women? And until that moment, I didn't really know that that was even an option. And I was the teacher of options. I was always telling you that you had options. So I needed that moment of clarity when my sister told me, go and support women. Um, and so I did. And so I do. And I was just reminiscing of that moment because it was such a special moment. And I don't know, thought I'd share it with you guys this morning because it was in my brain. But beyond that, what we're going to talk about is the lead gen. So here's what I wanted to bring up. I want to talk about, I want to know from you, do you think that your lead magnet equals your lead gen? Are you looking at your lead magnet to be the fulfilling source of your lead pipeline? And how you're using your lead magnet, meaning if it is the primary source of how you're bringing in leads, how you're building your pipeline, and then from that lead magnet, you are then creating sales pages to put out there into the world, and that's how you're looking to build your business, and that's the only way. I am going to tell you that that way is not enough. I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm saying it's not enough. So I have a lead magnet. I have probably 15 lead magnets. But if I only relied on my lead magnet to build my lead pipeline, I wouldn't be having the success that I have. And my clients wouldn't be having the success that they have. So I definitely want to make sure that you understand that lead magnets are still important, but lead magnets do not equal your lead generation. And I think we're told in the online space, and if we're solo entrepreneurs in the online space, I think that's what we're told. We're told build the lead magnet, and hence the name, right? Hence the name lead magnet. Build the lead magnet and people will come. And that's not the case. So lead generation, building a lead pipeline of ideal prospects, of ideal clients, building a pipeline requires you to do outbound direct outreach. It requires you to build your audience. It requires you as the business owner to literally go out there and build your business by talking to your people. So if you're trying to build your lead pipeline with only your lead magnet, you are missing so many opportunities. So many opportunities. But why we do that, why we want to rely on the lead magnet, is because we don't know how to talk to our potential community. We don't know how to prospect. We don't know how to build the lead pipeline. We don't know how. So that's as soon as you know how, that's what I want you to start doing. So one of the ways to know how, one of the ways to know how to build this lead pipeline is to understand who your buyer is and to build a list of your potential buyers. So once you have a built list of your potential buyers, then you can start reaching out to them. That is what direct outreach is all about. And in every single business I've ever built a strategic plan for, there is outbound outreach in every single one. And there's experimenting with who is going to respond and how they're going to respond. So it is an absolute mandatory way, piece of building your business. Prospecting is so important. So important. No, it's not the only way either, but it's so important. So building a lead pipeline of people that are going to buy from you. In order to do that, I hear all the time, I don't know where to find them. I don't know where to find them. So I want you to think about that. Think about who your target audience is. Think about where you're trying to find them now. So where are you trying to invite them in? Where are you showing up? Are you showing up on Facebook, in groups, on LinkedIn? And from there, how can you go and start building your list? Literally, manually looking around, going into the groups, going into your LinkedIn, going into your Instagram, and seeking and finding and hunting and pecking. This is what's called scrubbing. Scrubbing has been around for years. We used to call it blitz, the blitz. So we would blitz and we would scrub and we would go look for our people. And we would look. And that's how we would literally start building our lists. And from there, we would then start reaching out to these people. And we would reach out to these people not to share what we sell, not to pitch, not to give them our offer, but to invite them to get to know us, to invite them to get to know them, to relationship build. So hopefully you're having an aha moment right now. That real selling, real lead gen, building a pipeline is showing up for your people and building a relationship. That's the starting point. Now, yes, eventually a sales page is going to convert for you, but in the beginning, a sales page is not going to convert for you. You need to be showing up for your people and getting really good at how you're reaching out to them and then what you're doing when you actually talk to them. It's about relationship building. So what I'd like you to do over the weekend is to think about your target audience, think about where they are, and think about this list that you would build. And then once you have a little bit of a list built, I'm going to host a workshop because 120 people posted yesterday needing a prospecting script, not knowing where to start, not knowing where their people are. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. We need to host a little workshop about how to prospect and how to build a prospecting script and where to find your people. So I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I promise I'm going to do it. But one of the first things the guide for prospecting. So the guide for prospecting looks like this. Once you have a list, tell me if you have a list. Because if you have a list already and you're trying to figure out, how to reach out to them and you're stumped, tell me who they are and where you're going, and I'll help you with your script. But really quickly before we go, what is inside the script is very simply an ask to get to know each other and hop in a meeting. And if that's scaring you, how do I say this? We need to understand that we are in a position to get no's, that we are in business to get no's, that we started our business because we know we have something really brilliant to bring to the world, but it is our job. It is our job to make sure other people know about how brilliant we are. It is not their job to find out. It is not their job to come and find out. It is our job to go and share how brilliant we are with others. That's what building a business is all about. It's not about building it, doing the lead magnet, and getting people to come. Because we'll be waiting a long time for that. There are way too many competitors out there, right? So if we can get past our fear, when we get past our fear, it is so important for us to go out there and get our people. That's how we build the business. So I hope that made sense, because we cannot let fear stand in our way. We just cannot. We won't make the $100,000 months. We won't make the $1 million years if we let fear stand in our way. So this weekend, go find your people, build a list. I will help you build out your prospecting scripts. I'm going to do a workshop. I have to figure out when. And go find some gratitude. Tell me what you're grateful for the week, for going into this weekend. I'd love to hear about it. Oh, podcast drops today. Women Who Soar podcast drops today. It is, what's the episode? It is all about, trying to remember. Oh, interesting. It's all about fear versus freedom. It's the podcast episode that's dropping today. Please listen in. The title is it's something about I can't remember the title, but it's all about fear versus freedom. So really good timing. It's not so much about business. It's more about the my own experience about living in fear, unrelated to business. So, all right, all. Thanks so much for coming in. I have so much fun in these, and I need you guys here with me in the morning. It just brightens my day. So thanks for hanging out, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you next week. Bye.